Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
America. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this special Patriot edition of JJ's Cryptic Corner featuring Fergie. Happy Independence Day, everybody. I think we missed it by like 14 minutes, unless you live in a different time zone, but the Eastern time zone, everybody knows, is the time zone that George Washington and Alexander Hamilton fought for on Broadway. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Bitcoin 108, 138 and 38 cents. Yeah, not a whole lot going on. Let's refresh our liquidation heat map. What the fuck, are you drunk? I am not drunk. I did have a beer though. I had one beer. Uno cervezas. Tom Selks Goat said America. Hell yeah. Look at this. We got some weekend liquidation points. 108, 525. 10. Oh, am I on the wrong one? I am. Interesting. Oopsie. Hey, there we go. 108, 525. And then 107, 159. And then 106, 399. And then 109, 361. Okay. So those are liquidation points that the market maker was so graciously allowing us to trade in between until Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon. We're gonna be doing all day tomorrow. We're gonna be in between this, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. Nothing gonna happen. I made a successful trade today, guys. I made, I think, 23%, but it was only a quarter of my portfolio. So technically, what's a quarter of 23%? 23 divided by 4. I made 5.75%. Sick. Tom Selks Goat said, suck my balls, England. Well, cheers to that. Cheers. All right. Let's see. What else do we got? We got ETH doing the same thing that Bitcoin's doing, just kind of trading sideways, a little bit boring. 25.15. Looks like we did get a solid rejection at 25.81. Sol. Ooh, Sol looks good. Sol had this gigantic descending channel that we've been watching. We broke out of it, got rejected off of our larger prevailing trend, upper trend line, and retested our descending channel. Confirmed bullish, retested again. Hopefully we can springboard off that and break above our navy blue trend line. Total 3. Riding the wave, looking good. We might slow grind from here. It's looking to be the case. The slow grind up. See how long it lasts. Maybe we're in like this. I don't mind that. That would be nightmarish. You know how many people would freak out if we did this? I feel like I do that a lot. I'm like, you know how many people would freak out if this happened? I came up with a really good idea for a podcast. Name. Just the name. You know how you and your buddies were going to start a band in middle school and you just thought of a really good band name and that was the foundation. Nobody could play an instrument and you're just like, oh my gosh, this would be such a sick band name. We're going to suddenly start a band now. That's my idea for a podcast. We got Cardano trading at 57.66, up 0.72%. Pretty decent today since the daily close, like 4 or 5 hours ago. Looking good. Trading at 57.65. Cardano had a descending channel that it broke out of, retested, and is now hopefully continuing to the upside. Ooh, wait a minute. What if I copy paste this? Copy paste, and I put it right here. That kind of works. We'll see. SNEK is $18.99. A little upsetting that it's not 20 anymore, but we learn to live with these upsetting things. XRP. Wow, there's a lot of crap on this chart, isn't there? XRP dancing around. It was between 217 and 222. Got a nice spike up. Couldn't quite make it above 228 for too long. Came down. Found support at 214. Rejection at 228. Now it's trying to get back above 222. HBAR rejected at 1593. Hopefully curling back up. SWE was doing really good for a second. It's chilling up here, and then it got pulled back down. Nice wick right here, indicative of some buys. And hopefully continuing to the upside from there. We did get a confirmed red dot back here, though, which was right here. Seems to have played out. We'll see. Ondo is currently up 0.06. Rejected at 80.13. Midpoint liquidity pullback, I would say, would be 75, 76, 75. Looks good. Also confirmed red dot right back here. So we'll see if that's played out or not. Aerodrome. Arrow's got this nice strong support around 72. Dave D said EFG on ETH, really early, really risky. DYOR. EFG. Dave's got some good calls. I might just throw some money at that. Epic fail guy. Alright, I'll keep it up. But yeah, we're chilling. Broke below 76 again. Found support at 72. That 72 is really strong, but it's got to hold. As of right now, this could potentially be some kind of flag. But we'll have to wait and see if it gets a break somewhere. Yeah, it's just a waiting game. Pinlink chilling at 47.10. Like I said, we got this nice inverse Batman pattern, inverse Bongo Cat. We'll see if that plays out in our favor. Render. Ooh, Render's in this channel. We'll see if we get a break somewhere eventually. Right now it's sitting below 315. Support at 3 seems to be strong. And 260 is our last ditch effort. Polkadot up 0.24% on the day on America Day. We got also the inverse Batman, inverse Bongo Cat. Kind of a rejection right here. Weird. But finding support at 333 again. See where she goes. Fartcoin. Fartcoin still in its ascending wedge. Red dot confirmed right here. Seems to have played out. All the altcoins seem to have gotten that red dot at the same time. So we'll see what happens to it. What would be nice is if this played out again, but on a larger scale, so we get a larger pump. That would be ideal. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Tyler said, "How's my auto trade looking?" I don't know. I got rid of your entry because it was distracting. I think it was literally right here though. You'd have to tell me your entry again. I think it's just flat. I think you entered at like the macro support area where it just keeps like going away and then coming back to that same spot. Where were we? Gas. Gas had a confirmed red dot on the momentum wave, or on market cipher, which sent it down. That seems to have played out as well. Currently trading at 75.55. See if it gets back above 76.29. Tyler, 0.7699. All right, I'll put it back there. 0.7699. Up $23. Nice. I mean, $23 is pretty significant, honestly. I think mine, I did the math. I made like $5 on mine earlier, which sucks because if I would have went all in, I would have made like 20 or $30. And that's what you're talking about. You're up right now. Stinking portfolio. Chart wise, I think broke out of daily. Let's go look. Maybe. Yeah, actually, there is a downtrend here that it does seem to have finally escaped, which is good, even if you get a slow grind up. This is that move that everybody misses. You go from 77 to $1 because it's like slow. Everyone's like buying and selling in here. They're like, oh my gosh, Ando's not doing anything. And then they look and it's $1. It went up to $1 from 70 cents. Because they're little impatient little weenies. They get all butthurt. And then they're like, crypto's a scam. Guys, don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys for being here. It is midnight on Independence Day. Cheers. I don't know if that even counts. It's like midnight the next day. But cheers regardless. America. Delicious. I'm trying new oat milk. I'm not a fan. It kind of just tastes like water. Arrow. We already went through all of this. My bad, sorry. Avalanche. Avalanche broke down. Kind of a head and shoulders here. Probably on a lower time frame. Head and shoulders. Seems to have played out. Got a bounce support at 1756. See if we can get enough momentum to continue to the upside. Tyler said, that's why you just don't give an F and let her ride. I cheers with my Miller Latte. Miller Latte? I had it was called, I don't even remember what it was called. Aloha. I don't know. It was some Hawaiian beer. And it was delicious. It was very good. Avalanche. Yeah, Avalanche seems to have head and shoulder down. Got a nice bounce support at 1756, like I said. Avalanche, probably now that you pointed that out, Tyler, it seems like everything has broken out of a prevailing downtrend and is now doing hopefully the banana curve to the upside. Chainlink. Chainlink got a little rejection at like 14. Nice bounce at 13. See if we can get back above 1339. Continue to the upside from there. This little choppy area right here seems to be immense support. Just kind of like this, actually. It's doing that same thing. We'll see. We will see. Doge up 0.8% on the day. Currently trading at 1640. Red dot played out. Red dot was up here. Also, lower time frame head and shoulders played out. Tyler said, would you get into Circle? Your opinion, long-term hold. I'm 50-50 on the stablecoins. I know that stablecoins are going to be adopted like big time because they can kind of just use stablecoins to like double the money supply, the global money supply, without it affecting inflation. But I don't know if it's going to be Circle. That's I guess my risky take. I'm sure that it's going to go up eventually. It does look like it's trying to bottom right here. Circle, in my opinion, is kind of like Tether, but it's US based, so it's more trusted by us, like, skeptical United States citizens. But Tether's out there, Tether's bigger, and they're starting to like do weird, like Wyoming's getting a stable coin. If each state does its own stable coin, and maybe Walmart does a stable coin, Amazon, all these big box stores that like do billions of dollars a day in transactions, if they have their own stablecoin and they're just kind of handshaking in between other global stablecoins, it's going to be a very diluted market. So I guess what I would want to wait for is stablecoin regulation. I do think that Circle is probably safe because they're publicly traded. Do you think it's going to pull a pin link and fall off because it ran up too fast? That I don't know. When it comes to stock specifically, I'm completely in the dark. It does seem like it has an insanely high market cap. Let's see. Circle's current market cap is 43 billion. So if we think about it, 43 billion. See, it's not too bad. It would literally be below the coin, which is interesting. Did they just double their money by going public? Circle is double what Tron is. I feel like Tron shouldn't even be in the top 10, to be completely honest. It's kind of a scam. Who am I, though? Dude, Hyperliquid is just flying. What's crazy is this would have to double in order to flip Cardano. And I think it can do it. Same as Sui. I gotta start accumulating hard, man. Alright, anyways. Yeah, Circle's definitely an anomaly right now. Polygon Matic Pole. Currently 1795. Getting support at 1787. Looking good. Nothing really crazy going on. After the close, I mean, we do seem to be getting some Korean altcoin action, which is very interesting. Tom Selleck said Visa and MasterCard will create their own stables as well. Exactly. Tyler said Tron Network is like number 2 to ETH, I'm pretty sure. I think it's all inflated, though. I think Tron is doing what Mantra Ohm did. And they're just fabricating their... Because have you ever talked to somebody that's like, oh man, I'm really into Tron. I use the Tron Network all the time for all this Tron stuff. Never met a single person that uses Tron. Which is weird. I've met XRP people. I've met Richard Hart people that are super into Pulse. Pulse has a whole network. I've met Chainlink people. I've met Solana people, Ethereum people. Arbitrum has an ecosystem. Ripple has an ecosystem. I've met all those people. Never, ever in my life have I met a single Tron person. I genuinely believe Tron is the next Luna. I could be completely wrong. If I am, so be it. Whatever. I don't really give a crap. I think Justin Sun is a scammer, and I think he's kind of a slime ball. He literally looks like a slime ball. Maybe I'm being judgy, though. It's all alleged. Don't sue me, please. I'm sorry you're a loser and your mother didn't love you. Don't sue me. I have no money. Go buy a banana duct tape banana with your billions of dollars that you scammed out of people's wallets. Tyler said I was thinking about getting in because of Robinhood. Arbitrum? What's Arbitrum doing with Robinhood? Oh, it's just listed on Robinhood? Arbor's one of those flavor of the week coins that stuck around. I mean, ugh. I don't know, man. I have no clue. It looks like a double bottom. We'll see if she does anything. See, that's my issue. It could be in a giant falling wedge. It just seems to have only ever gone down since it launched, which is depressing. It's one of those coins, man. One of those coins. But yeah, eventually, maybe it'll pop. That'd be sick if it just exploded. Anyways, Polygonmatic poll. Back down to the 4-hour time frame. Tony said clickbait, JJ clickbait. What's clickbait? Tyler said, what? You don't know? No. Look at Robinhood News. Big news. I looked up Arbitrum Robinhood. It just says buy Arbitrum. Robinhood pays $5 in transaction fees to deploy 213 tokenized stock contracts on Arbitrum. Big deal. Do they have to purchase Arbitrum to do that? That's my biggest problem. It's like Chainlink. Chainlink partners with everybody under the sun. Chainlink has partnered with like Warren Buffett and the Pope. Guess what Warren Buffett and the Pope never did? They never bought any Chainlink. They don't care. Same with VeChain. VeChain, oh my gosh, supply chain management. People want to know where their food's coming from. Apparently they don't. There's always these big buzzwords and these crazy things, and nothing ever comes of it. If the use case is with the network and not the token, and I say, let's say I have a banana company, and Tyler comes to me and he's like, hey man, I want to use your banana network to sell my oranges. And then I announce to everybody, I'm like, I'm going to help Tyler move his oranges through my banana network. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, they buy a crap ton of bananas. The value of the bananas does not change. Those people are idiots because they just bought a crap ton of bananas. Nobody cares about the bananas. I'm just helping you move oranges through my network. You know what they should have bought? They should have bought the stock in my company, my banana delivery company. It has nothing to do with the bananas. Tony said ARB is another shitcoin. All shitcoins for now. Tyler said Robinhood partnered with Arbitrum to create RWA stocks to trade 24/7, 24/5, and soon 24/7. And Robinhood is going to be a layer 2 blockchain. Big whoop. The problem is there's no demand for Arbitrum right now with that. Like, that's really cool. That's actually really cool. That is a cool thing. But that does not mean Robinhood has to buy Arbitrum in order to tokenize all of these stocks and do anything. Like, it's not going to drive adoption for the coin itself. The chain is being used, but the coin is not. Nobody cares about the coin. Marcos Martinez said meme coins and stables, everything else is shit. That's why people like meme coins so much, dude. Meme coins don't make any of these stupid promises. Dave's spamming bananas. See, he's buying bananas. Okay. Polygonmatic poll. Literally just stuck in this range between 19 and 17, or 19 and 18. That's actually kind of funny. I like the spike in volume here, though. That's nice. Our size chilling. Tyler said no, but they are using the technology. Right. Just like XRP. All these banks are using all these banks are using Ripple, but they don't actually need to buy XRP to use it. I think that's the biggest problem with all these people. People are like, XRP is going to go to $1,000 a coin. It literally can't. They're thinking because of all of the money that goes through Visa and MasterCard and blah, 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 whatever. That's not what's being done, though. What they're saying makes sense, but that's not how it's going to happen. They're just going to take the money, put it on the blockchain, and send it down the line. They're not actually taking the money, wrapping it up in XRP, and then sending it anywhere. They don't need XRP at all. They just need the network. They need Ripple. It's weird to explain, but that's why XRP is not worth $1,000. No, $10,000 XRP. Dude, it makes me feel bad because some people actually show up to the stream and they're like, can XRP actually go to this price? And I don't want to be an a-hole because they genuinely think it might be able to, but it can't unless they burn 99% of the supply. It cannot go to $10,000. There is not enough money on the planet. Tony said XRP unlock coming soon. Dev's going to dump on everyone's faces. Garbaggio. You know what? I talk crap. XRP is still in the top 10. They've been performing really well. And on the daily, if you look historically, I always go to the wrong damn chart. Historically, XRP gets up here and then it dumps. It has not dumped yet. Look. Up, dump. Up, dump. Up. It has not dumped yet. Brad Garlinghouse must have had enough money from back here to where he doesn't have to sell anymore. He's just holding on to it. And he's just gonna watch it. Maybe go to $5. Maybe it goes to $5. Cool. Tyler said because they don't know supply and market cap. Exactly. And then the people on TikTok and whatever, Twitter, they get smart and they're like, it's the supply and market cap doesn't matter because Brad Garlinghouse is actually a draconian knight from Babylon, and he had sex with Queen Elizabeth, and they now have a baby. Queen Elizabeth is not dead, and Jim Carrey, who's actually playing Joe Biden, is the godfather, and everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking about? SEC case is over. Dude, the SEC case has been, like, that thing's over 15 times, I swear to God. I've read an article every month about the XRP SEC case officially ending every single month for the past year now. It's freaking me out. It's like the most Mandela effect thing in the world. We got a confirmed red dot on near back here. That seems to have played out. So now we can get the bouncing. We got a midpoint bounce in between $2.21 and $2. Looking good. Let's see if we can just skyrocket, man. I want to see these things go crazy. Chili's looks like it might be in a decent position, but I say that because I don't know. This is the most vague correlation. There's a lot of correlation on the bottom. These three hits are pretty solid. And even this one right here for a fourth. And then we kind of broke below, danced around, whatever. The bottom trend line looks good. The top, kind of sloppy. What do we got? 1, 2 hits? Big freaking deal. Maybe 3. And then right here it just kind of breaks out into like an ascending, broadening wedge almost. So I don't even know if this upper trend line is really relevant. But we did kind of dance around. We're kind of maybe on support. I don't know. I want to see Chili's start to do something. Tony said XRP $6 top this cycle. Yeah, I can agree with that. I don't mind that. Tyler said XRP was dragged down for years because of the SEC. Yeah, they should. Honestly, XRP holders should class action Gary Gensler. Please bankrupt that old fart and let him retire dirt poor. I want him to have $0. And then when Powell gets out, let's all class action Powell for us not being able to afford houses. And I want him to come build my home. And then when he goes to bed at night, he's not allowed to go home. He has to sleep in a porta potty that is on the property until the house is complete to motivate him to get it done faster. And I want him to he gets to have a hammer and a circular saw, a tape measure, and 5 pencils. And I want him to get it all fucking done by himself. Dave said I saw a guy on YouTube called a meme coin to several trillion market cap. Shut the fuck up. Dude, I don't understand how people can morally do that. I hope that they're actually that, like, absent-minded. They actually believe themselves. But if somebody can sit there and, like, just straight-faced lie to people and be like, Cardano's going to $450, and here's why. I don't know, man. I don't know how you can do it. How will 3D print your home, JJ? I don't care, man. I saw somebody describe that. They were like, the 3D printed homes are like poop. And I was like, dang, they are. Because they're literally just like, it's just like a cement extrusion from this little like butthole that like poops it out in this very specific design. It's so funny, dude. They do look like piles of poop. Judge Torres just wants fame. She's a whore. Jesus, Tyler. They're all Hurricane from Harbor Freight. Tom Soliscote said Robinhood has tokenized OpenAI and SpaceX, but you can only buy if you in the EU right now. Yeah, I saw that. That's so random and weird. How does that work if they're private companies? It's so random. Silver 36.90. Wow, is silver gonna go to 37 for Independence Day? MicroStrategy chilling. DXY. Kind of looks like crap. NASDAQ, beautiful. S&P, beautiful. Look at that. Gosh. Bitcoin dominant 65.47, possible second rejection here. Is this going to be The ultimate altcoin reckoning finally occurring upon us. What I'm worried about, I guess, is getting a solid waste management pattern here. Because then I think Bitcoin dominance could go crazy. Different laws in EU. Whatever. All right. Bitcoin 108,265 actually looks pretty good right now. I was not expecting this. We got some news articles. 8 dormant Satoshi era Bitcoin wallets reactivated after 14 years, moving a total of $8.6 billion in Bitcoin since last night. You know what's crazy is this guy could just take out like $1 million a year and live comfortably for the rest of his life. That's so crazy. Like $1 billion is so much money. $1 million a year is more than enough. Imagine having $100 million and you're literally set for life. $100 million. You don't need more than that. There's no way. Trump says, I want no more property taxes across the United States. This is awesome. I would love to, honestly, just get rid of taxes in general. Let's just use tariffs. I love that idea. We need enough yes men around Trump to have him get rid of taxes. This trying to transfer my 401k to Bitcoin. What a scam. This one was kind of funny. So this guy's work does a 401k, and they basically said you cannot access your money in your 401k unless you get fired or quit. And I was like, yeah, I remember that. I worked at a factory. I got fired, and then I had worked there for almost a year, so I had accumulated like a couple grand in my 401k, and I got a check in the mail. I was like, this is actually pretty sick. But I would have not, they offered for me to keep it, but I would have had to have continued to deposit into it if that was the case. Since the Better Business Bureau, since the big beautiful bill was signed today, every U.S. child will receive 1,000 S&P 500 starter account at birth once President Trump signed it, which was today. That already happened. Ondo Finance is acquiring SEC-regulated broker Oasis Pro to launch tokenized stocks in the U.S. pending regulatory approval. This one's also really exciting. President Trump has officially signed the One Big Beautiful Bill into law. Very cool. I like all these people standing around him. Like a guy taking a picture. It's pretty funny. Bitcoin price on 4th of July throughout the years. Are we ready? 2010, it was 1 penny. 2011, it was $15. 2012, it was $7. 2013, it was $77. 2014, it was $640. 2015, it was $260. You know what kills me? I think when I looked into it, it was 2012. Oh my gosh. It was either 2012 or 2013 because that was when I was going to college. That hurts, man. I thought it was like $300. I think I fucked up. 2014, 640. 2015, 260. 2016, 670. 2017, $2,600. 2018, 6,580. 2019, 11,765. 2020, 9,080. 2021, 34,975. 2022, 19,750. 2023, 31,050. 2024, 58,660. And 2025, $108,100. That's freaking crazy. Tony Rosa said, call me when ETH closes above 50 EMA or 50 moving average on the weekly, several generations. Tyler said, I love how he uses the fastest Sharpie to sign shit. LMAO, like a ballpoint. No, give me, the fattest Sharpie. Give me the kindergarten special. Dude, I like it too. And they use like one per signing as well. Like he does not like use the same Sharpie every time. It's just a new Sharpie every time. Sharpie probably gets so much money from taxes from the White House. Just buying like a surplus. They got a whole pallet of Sharpies every week. United States threatens 17% tariffs on EU food exports. Binance founder CZ says he got into crypto too late after seeing the 2011 whale casually move crypto they got for 1 penny. Tony Rosas said 7.4, 2026, 60K. Really? You think it's going that low? Yeah, that would actually kind of line up with what we just saw. It was like halved after every halving year. What do we got? Halving year. So this year was a halving year, right? 2025, or was that 2024? No, it was 2025. So then 2021. Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, man. The bear market's gonna be weird. Right. Tyler. No, 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 you bum. I used that once. Give me a new one now. Happy Independence Day, everyone. Since Bitcoin deviated back into the channel wedge, I'm considering today a dip buying opportunity. My guess is Bitcoin will drop down to 105K, white arrow, or 106K, blue arrow, and give us a scare with holiday low liquidity, and then rebound. In my eyes, it's just a matter of time before Bitcoin breaks into new all-time highs. The bull market is very much in effect. As such, any dip is a buying opportunity should you choose to accept it. Otherwise, hold and enjoy your weekend. Very nice. Tony said 137K I'm selling. If we make it there, my top call is 120. I think we're going to 120 because it's been struggling at 100, man. Retail's nowhere to be found. If retail does show up, you know they're going to go heavy into altcoins because they're idiots. I'm retail. I'm an idiot. I'm in altcoins. You know, I know how we think. Stock Money Lizards Satoshi meter update. The real price action is still ahead of us. If you think we have seen or will see the final pump in the next 3 days or weeks, no, we will go much higher. The Satoshi meter is 7 today, which is the lower half. Legend. The Satoshi meter leverages on-chain data to track Bitcoin market cycles. It has shown a strong correlation with key phases of the Bitcoin cycle. Values around 1.6 typically mark the low points of bear markets, as seen in years like 2011, 2015, 2019, and 2022. The Satoshi meter also has the potential to signal absolute market peaks by analyzing on-chain metrics. This indicator provides valuable insights into Bitcoin's price movements developed by Stock Money Lizards. The Satoshi meter has been created by Stock Money Lizards. Yeah. See, this actually, this feels like what this market's been. Just kind of like a fun little fluffy, I don't even know, what do you even call it? A funny little fluffy daydream for Bitcoin. Altcoins are just sitting at 0. We got Lex Luthor, said the U.S. banks are closed today, but crypto works for you every day. Give me your money. No, I like Coinbase. I pick on him, but I think he's a cool dude. Bullish long-term Bitcoin holders have reached an all-time high, with supply held for 155 plus days, signaling strong conviction and reduced sell pressure. That's because people know that the US dollar sucks. Why would you take profit into a dollar that is just going to depreciate? You know what I mean? Especially if they're going to make it legal tender. If I can spend my Bitcoin everywhere, why would I ever have anything other than Bitcoin? Tyler said, no, we just too broke for Bitcoin. We go for those higher X's. Yeah, that too. Bitcoin is like cash. Bitcoin's like cash. I don't hold on to cash. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right, last but not least, we got Bitcoin dominance versus altcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance has reached its peak no matter what anyone says. We will see. This actually might even correlate with my line. What I have? 2019 to 2015 trend. Yep. We will see. Portfolio update. Let's check out Bitcoin 108, 172. Portfolio update. We got our 1K to 10K Grok portfolio is down $200 exactly. Currently being held up by Proppy Fetch, Sol, Render, and Ondo, being dragged down by ADA, SHIB, Aptos, Near, and Doge. Next, we got our Memecoin portfolio down $193. SNEK still the worst performer, and it's getting even worse from here, which is crazy. And last but not least, our narrative portfolio is still in profit, $33.24. This portfolio is made up of one meme coin, one artificial intelligence coin, one real world asset coin, one decentralized physical infrastructure coin, and one gaming coin, and it is absolutely killing it. There are only 2 assets that are not in profit here. We got VeChain down $24 and Mana down $8. Tao's in profit $11, Fetch is in profit $14, and Pepe's in profit $40. Love it, man. Love it. Dragged down by ADA. Yeah, dude, ADA's been at the bottom of this portfolio for like a week now. Last week it kind of flipped down here. It was in the top 5 this whole time. It flipped down into the bottom 5, and it's just been there ever since, man. It's also number 10 in the top 10. It's about to get flipped by Hyperliquid, so
ADA holders gotta wake up, man. They gotta start accumulating. Otherwise, we're gonna get sunk into the bottom of the barrel with with Polkadot, and I don't want to be down there. You know what I mean? I wanna be up with the top 10. You know, we've been in the top 10 for so long. Why fail now? Unless people are giving up, in which case we don't deserve it at that point. You know what I mean? I'm not reading that, Tyler. I'm not reading it. All right. Liquidation heat map refresh. Probably going to be the same. We're stuck, man. We are stuck in this fuzzy little range. I think I'm going to go watch a movie with my family. But I couldn't leave you guys hanging for the holiday. So I figured I'd hop back on. Look at this. There's a lot of liquidity here, man. Or maybe not. No, that's actually not a lot. Yeah, it's quiet. It is quiet, man. Quiet Independence Day. I had a lot of fun, though. I ate, dude. Whew, I ate a burger. The burger was delicious. The hot dog kind of sucked. Should I go do Ooh, I kind of want to go do this. Shoot. Would you guys be mad? It's the 5th, JJ. I know. Would you guys be mad if I didn't live stream the daily close tomorrow either? Huh. I might have to skip the daily close tomorrow too. Am I gonna get in trouble if I do that? I don't know, man. Might have to. We'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'll make a post on YouTube. But anyways, I'm gonna call it evening. I appreciate you guys for joining me. As always, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. City hates us. I love you guys. I mean, there's a haunted house tour that I might have to go do. We'll see though, man. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, like I said, if Bitcoin starts to do anything crazy, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for joining. Happy Independence Day, and good night.